Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Razer Orochi V2 wireless mouse that I've been using for about a month now as my go-to mouse because I have smaller hands. So this mouse is on the smaller side. For the dimensions of this mouse, it is 108mm long with a width of 60mm and a height of 38mm. So the specs of this mouse are as follows. The mouse regularly goes for $69.99, but right now there's plenty of sales online that I've seen it go for $40 or $30 on Best Buy or Amazon, so just be on the lookout because there's always sales for this mouse. It has an optical sensor that has a max sensitivity of 18,000 dpi, a max speed of 450 IPS, a max acceleration of 40G. It has 6 programmable buttons, and the switch type they are using is 2nd gen Razer mechanical mouse switches. It is up to 60 million clicks apparently, and it has PTFE mouse feet. They also say this mouse weighs 60 grams, but from my experience, mine weighs 71 grams. I'm not too sure why it's 60 grams and mine is about 71 or 70 grams. Not that I'm complaining because I do like 70 gram mice, but I think the difference from the website is pretty big. Maybe they weighed it without the battery actually inside the mouse. I'm not too sure. The clicks on this mouse are quite satisfying and very nice to use. They're very snappy, they don't feel sluggish, and they sound nice too. So here's a quick sound test to see how they sound. The battery life on this mouse is around 5 days, and that might sound good, but you also have to realize that it's using rechargeable batteries. So I wish it did last longer because the process of charging this mouse does take a little bit longer than just plugging it into your computer. You kind of just have to put the battery out of the mouse and charge it, which is a little bit of a nuisance, but I wouldn't say it's a big deal breaker. The feet of this mice are actually very nice as well. Like I said before, they're made out of PTFE, so they're very smooth on my mouse pad no matter what mouse pad I use. They do have some pretty decent glide to them as well. When it comes to real life usage and gaming, which is what I usually do, it performs perfectly for what I want it to do. I have not had any problems with flicking or movement issues. The size and the height of the bump that this mouse has is perfect for my hand and the way I grab it. Playing any video game really, like Osu or Valorant, CSGO, all that stuff that require like precise aiming, I have not noticed any really downsides, and the sensor does not feel slow at all either. I'm not too sure if it's similar to the Razer Viper Ultimate sensor, but from my experience, they feel about the same, so I was happy to see that because I did use a Razer Viper Ultimate before, and I didn't really like the shape or the length of this mouse, so I went for something smaller, and that's how I ended up here. And I'm happy to say that the sensors feel about the same, so I didn't feel like I was downgrading in any sense. Now, I was a little bit sad that it is using batteries. I do prefer just plugging in my mouse, so maybe if they make a V3, they can have it USB-C charging. That would be very cool. Now, there is something to keep in mind. When I do use this mouse, I do notice that sometimes my wrist ends up resting on the mouse pad. Now, this might not be a problem for some people, but if you do have a mouse pad that isn't the highest quality or isn't that soft, it could irritate your wrist over time if you are doing this for long sessions. Now, maybe it's just the way I hold my mouse, but I just thought I'd point that out just in case. Overall, I really like this mouse for everything that I do, whether it be gaming or just doing homework for college, and I love the size and weight of it, even though online it says it should be about 10 grams lighter. But I'd basically recommend this mouse to anybody that does have smaller hands like me and is looking for this size and shape. I think you can't really go wrong with this one, and if you're not a big fan of the design, there's always the Razer Viper Mini and plenty of other options online that you can check out. Let me know what you guys think about this mouse in the comments down below, and if you did want to buy it, a link to it will be in the description below as well. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.